Talking Luther College women's tennis with head coach Adam Strand, and coach are off to a 5-0 start record-wise this year. Faced a little adversity here in the preseason end of things, but your team has responded to it pretty well, seemingly.
Yeah, they have, Darren. We've had some bumps and bruises, and Chris Agana and Dave O'Connor are maybe our MVPs in some ways. Yeah, we've had to have some different people step up in some spots. We've had some matches where we haven't had our full lineup, and maybe we're still figuring out what our full lineup is, but the women have responded really well. An example was Madison Crow stepped up and played 3 doubles for us against Grinnell. Haley Johnson and Claire Christian both played number 6 on Saturday against Grinnell and St. Ben's, and so yeah, we've had some different faces step up, which has been good to see.
Yeah, it's always good to get off to a good start in these meets and doubles competition, and I guess you probably couldn't have asked for a lot more out of your doubles to this point.
No, we really couldn't, Darren. We've had 15 doubles matches, and our women have managed to win all of them, and a lot of them really haven't been very close, and they've really taken care of business, and we've spent a lot of time on that in practice. One thing that really helps is that we've got 4 juniors in our doubles lineup: Maggie Helms, Haley Johnson, Jenna Myers, and Olivia Heights, and they're juniors, and then all 4 of them are actually in there as sophomores. So they've at least got a year, in some cases a little bit more than a year of experience, and that's really shown for us. Jackie Seakosh, when she's been healthy, has been a nice addition for us as a freshman, and then really big for us has been Lauren Welch. At this time a year ago, Lauren wasn't in our doubles lineup, and now she's playing number 1 with Maggie, and they were very impressive this past weekend and so far earlier this season.
And talk about the kids that you've had in your program over the years, the ones that have maybe started maybe 10, 12 on the lineup, and all of a sudden by their sophomore, their junior years, they're playing varsity on a regular competition. Lauren seems to be one of those.
Yeah, Lauren definitely is. She's certainly an example of that this year, and not the only one. And I think that's a neat tradition that Luther women's tennis has over the years. Even Fran Fairfield, our assistant coach, Fran came in and wasn't in the doubles lineup as a first year and played a little bit in the doubles and a little bit in the singles, and eventually she was a number 1 player and a very good one. And so yeah, we've seen that out of Lauren. Olivia Heights is another one who's hitting the ball very well. Olivia a few years ago, who really wasn't that close to our singles lineup. Last year she was in our singles lineup part of the year. This past weekend she played 4 both meets and beat a Grinnell girl 6-1, 6-2, who last year she barely beat and was pretty even with, and so just how much she's improved. And yeah, I think that's a thing that shows our players that if you put in the work and the time, that you can make some pretty big strides while you're here.
Are you starting to see some growth on the singles end of things?
Yeah, I think we are, Darren. That first match was pretty rough, and give Wartburg credit. Coach Stridham's got a much improved team this year. They've got a nice incoming player at 2, and then the big key for them is probably that their returning players have all really improved, and that was a wake-up call for us. Thank goodness we swept the doubles and eked out a couple singles matches, but Wartburg gave us a big test and I think opened our eyes a little bit to some things that we needed to work on. And yeah, I think it's coming. We pulled out all 6 matches with St. Ben's on Saturday. 3 of them were super breakers, so maybe a little bit closer than the sweep indicated. And then we split the singles with Grinnell, and again didn't quite have our full group, but yeah, I think it's coming. I think it's still a work in progress and something that we'll continue to focus on this week in practice, but I think that Wartburg match, looking back, since we were able to pull it out, maybe did us a favor and gave us all a wake-up call.
And you speak of good test, you'll have one on Sunday.
We will, Darren. We'll have a very good test on Sunday. Co is undefeated early in the season. They've got a first-year player in at number 1 after graduating their number 1 last year, so in comes somebody new good at the top of their lineup. They've got a lot of returning players who, quite frankly, have a lot of success against us over the past few years. And yeah, we expect a great test on Sunday. We know it's going to be tough. It's our first road meet of the year. They're the 3-time defending conference champs, and so yeah, there's going to be a lot on the plate for us. But that said, I think our team's pretty excited about it. I think we're playing well right now. Our doubles, we have a lot of confidence in. As we talked about with our singles, I think we're making some good strides with that. And yeah, I think our women are excited for the opportunity, and we expect it to be a great meet.
All right, Adam, hopefully it's still an undefeated record. We're talking about next week. We wish you best of luck.
Thanks, Darren.
Adam Strand talking Luther College women's tennis.